My name is Ceron, and I'm the director at the CWB Association.
In my profession, I get a lot of questions from members and people out in the field. And one of the great questions I get a lot is, what is arc force or dig, and what does it do? Now, most stick machines will have an arc force dial or button, or you'll have some function where you can control either arc force or dig.
Well, there's a couple things to know right off the top. First of all, arc force only works with SMAW. So it only works with arc welding and with welding with electrodes or stick welding. The other thing to know is that it is a percentage of your amperage. So I'll explain how that works. Here we have a basic arc welding setup. We have my plate, I have my consumable here, which for this example, we're gonna have 7018 1/8, and we're gonna have it set up to how we normally weld. We have my amps coming through the electrode, which is my heat, and my voltage, which is my arc length and how far away it burns from the plate. Now in the normal world, I have my machine set to 118 amps and my plate's nice and clean. I'm gonna run my bead across like no problem.
But what if I go out on site and I have paint or oil or some rust, and I have something that's impeding my ability to weld on the plate? That's when arc force comes in, and that's the purpose. So for this example, I have some paint on my plate, and I'm welding across, and all of a sudden I get to the paint.
Well, when you use arc force, the machine will read your arc length and notice that the voltage is dipping down. When you get to zero, you snuff out. So as the machine gets close to zero for arc length or voltage, it increases the amperage based off the percentage that you set the dig to. So here I set my arc force to 20%. As I'm welding across, I hit the patch of paint. Well, it's gonna give me up to 20% over 118 amps in order for me to burn through and maintain my burn.
So the important thing to remember about arc force is that it's for the entire weld from one end to the other. So as you go along, this can go up and down and it can change. So if you set your arc force, it's gonna be running the whole time. And anything that gets in the way that changes your arc length will change how much arc force comes in.
So what are the great things about that? Well, number one, it's great if you got thick plate and you're not worried about burning through. You can always make sure you have a nice steady arc by giving yourself a little bit of buffer of extra arc if you need it. Also, if you have any impurities, paint, oil, rust, your rod's not starting well and is having trouble maintaining its arc, arc force can help you through that troubled patch too. Welding out of position, verticals and overheads. Sometimes when you're out of position at a weird angle or you're having trouble maintaining a steady arc length, it's going to want to snuff out. Giving yourself some arc force gives you a buffer in those instances as well.
What are the cons? Well, having a bunch of extra amperage can be dangerous. So you're going to be increasing the heat at certain times during your weld, so you have to be careful and cognizant of that. If I'm on thinner materials, I might burn through. If I'm out of position, I might get a long arc. If I'm running too tight, I'm going to also make too hot of a puddle and I get a larger heat affected zone. You have to figure out what's better for you. When to use arc force and when not. And also, if you see my other video versus hot start is only at the beginning. Arc force is for the entire weld. If you have any more questions for me or anybody at CWB about welding related matters, please feel free to reach out to us. You can always find me on Instagram, AskMax75.